celebrating the life of Mr. Mohan Jaikaran, the legend, the pioneer, the media visionary. Let's take a look at his life and his legacy.
Well, as Freddie said before, we try since 1982 promoting Indian culture in New York, and we needed a place. We needed to build a place of our own, and I believe it's time that we bring our culture to the upscale environment to this community.
We're going to be chatting a little bit with Mr. Winston Dukaran, a dear friend of Mr. Mohan Jaikaran, and later on, we're going to be exploring the temple in the sea.
Get ready to embark on a journey like never before. Welcome to Check-In, the ultimate exploration of Trinidad and Tobago's hidden gems. From the lush rainforests to the pristine beaches, Check-In takes you on an immersive adventure through the heart of this vibrant Twin Island nation. Experience the rhythm of our culture, savor the taste of our cuisine, and dance to the beat of our festivals. Check-In brings you the essence of Trinidad and Tobago in every frame. Join us as we unravel the secrets of these islands, meeting incredible people and discovering the beauty that makes Trinidad and Tobago truly unique. Don't miss out. Check-In, only on WIN.
It matters not the length and time of a relationship or a friendship, but true friendship stands the test of time. A dear friend is always one that's taken closer than a brother. And today, joining me, no stranger to Trinidad and Tobago, I have Mr. Winston Dukaran to share a bit about his friendship with Mr. Mohan Jaikaran. But first off, before we delve into the interview and have that conversation, I want to just ask you, how are you doing?
Well, I am doing quite well now. I've just completed writing another book.
Congratulations.
So I'm putting my mind at work on a daily basis, trying to look back at my life and the story of my life in politics and economics. So
you're doing a lot.
Busy.
But congratulations on that new book that you launched. Was it last year?
That's right, last
Yes.
November.
Okay,
Yes.
congratulations on that. But moving on to the topic of Mr. Mohan Jaikaran, what was your first impression of him? How did you guys meet in the first place?
Well, we met around 2007 when I was in the height of developing the Congress of the People, and he had just established WINTV in Chaguanas. And he came to my office to have a chat on what was my objective and asked some very penetrating questions. What came out of that discussion is a sense that he was himself about to reset his own endeavors in Trinidad and Tobago and in the Caribbean, in the field of culture, in the field of entertainment, in the field of communication.
Yeah.
And I was quite enthralled by the conversation because he was looking ahead and he was looking in the frontiers of where we can go as a country and how we can use our talent of culture, how we can use this talent in order to create a world space for ourselves. And that was my first conversation. The name of my book is called Reset It, Caribbean Policy.
Yes.
But in a way, since then, we're talking about resetting.
Yeah.
In his case, he was going to reset his own involvement in Trinidad. I learned subsequently that he was a business magnate in New York.
Okay.
And had done quite well for himself and for his family and for the community. And that he was now going to invest time and effort to give us an exporting capability.
Yes.
This is what I liked mostly. We talk a lot about cultural work, but very few people are willing to put their money where it matters.
Yes.
And to make it happen. And I became very enthralled by his ability to want to do something. So our conversation started then, and over the years I would go to his studio from time to time to deal with matters of the day, and we would always have a chat. He was quite a humble person.
Okay.
And very, very much down to earth and very practical. And I think all these things made me realize the qualities of success in an individual lie in Mohan Jaikaran's attitude to life.
And I think in terms of what he had done with WINTV, it was well before its time. The studio was state-of-the-art. It reminded me of CNN or NBC, and it was well before its time. I would dare say that it was not necessarily valued as much as it should have been at that time, but he was a visionary. He was a pioneer in the media industry. How do you feel now seeing the way that media is in Trinidad, and knowing him and his impact that he has had on media in Trinidad and Tobago?
I think he had some very clear ideas of how he wanted to intervene in the world of media. Had he stayed with us, I think he would have done much more than WINTV. He had some dreams, and those dreams would have been realized in taking this country forward in the field of international communication, in the field of cultural penetration. And he always felt that Trinidad had a lot of talent.
Yes.
And that we needed to get the outlet to use that talent for the benefit of our people. And he was particularly keen on the Indian culture and the Indian presence in Trinidad as perhaps reflecting a presence that can be used in North America.
And one of the things, as you mentioned, the fact that he believed there was a lot of talent in Trinidad, he gave opportunities and chances to persons who probably would not have ordinarily been chosen to be in media. And I think that says a lot about him as a person. There are a lot of people that are in media to this date that started off at WINTV. It's where they got their big break. And he really believed in people.
He took a chance.
He did.
On people.
Yes.
I noticed that as well. Even the staff
Yes.
At WINTV were all young people. They were new ventures. But he didn't allow that to hold him back. He felt if they were talent, he would be able to motivate them.
Yeah, he certainly did. What are some of the qualities about him that you admired? I mean, looking at him as a friend, as a businessman, what are some of those qualities?
Well, I think beyond being an entrepreneur and a successful one at that, he was a philanthropist.
Yeah.
He always gave back to the society what he can.
Yes.
That was second nature to him. So I saw him as a budding philanthropist. I also saw him as someone who would motivate us to cross the barrier, to go into the new frontiers. So as a friend, he was inspiring, I would say. We never talked for many long periods, but whenever we do talk, he would always try to push the conversation one step forward.
Yeah.
And I think that helped to encourage those who were around him.
Yeah, certainly. But we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Get ready to embark on a journey like never before. Welcome to Check In, the ultimate exploration of Trinidad and Tobago's hidden gems. From the lush rainforests to the pristine beaches, Check In takes you on an immersive adventure through the heart of this vibrant Twin Island nation. Experience the rhythm of our culture, savor the taste of our cuisine, and dance to the beat of our festivals. Check-In brings you the essence of Trinidad and Tobago in every frame. Join us as we unravel the secrets of these islands, meeting incredible people and discovering the beauty that makes Trinidad and Tobago truly unique. Don't miss out. Check-In, only on WIN.
Welcome back, and today we're talking about the life and the legacy that is Mr. Mohan Jaikaran, and of course joining me is Mr. Winston Dukaran. Mr. Dukaran, before we went to break, we were chatting a bit about the qualities of Mr. Jaikaran that you admire, but what are some of the fondest memories that you've shared with him? I know you've had a lot of conversations surrounding politics, and you know, he was a dear friend to you as well, a friendship that I know his family as well to this day always speak about, and they share it in the most fondest of ways when they chat about you and Mr. Jaikaran's relationship. So do you have any fond memories of him?
Well, I remember very well when I went to WINTV for doing a show in his studio. He will always come up after the show or before the show, and he will always be able to impart onto me a sort of suggestion to get me to think about what I should be doing.
Yeah.
And my memory is that he was encouraging, he was inspirational, he was a philanthropist, he was a successful entrepreneur. But most important, what inspired me about him was that he was looking ahead.
Yeah.
And that is what I use the word resetting. He always resetting the stage for something bigger. Now, it's a pity he passed on at such an early age.
Yeah.
And the foundation that he laid, both in New York, I think it was Queens in New York, yeah. Which he was now going to provide to Trinidad and Tobago the benefit of that foundation.
Yeah.
Would not have seen him realize some of those big dreams. And I think his family is aware of that.
Yes.
I think they're aware that he had a big dream. And I think they want to maintain his name and his contribution as a cultural icon, as a pioneering visionary, as a person who inspired young people, so that the new generation will realize that during his life and in his period, he did what he could have done in order to build this particular focus. I think since then, we may have seen not very many people looking
yeah.
towards that kind of vision.
Yeah.
But what I liked about Mohan is that he never asked for anything. He always wanted to give something.
Mm.
In my experience with him, he always wanted to do something. He will never talk about what he wants to get. He wants to know what can he do.
Yeah.
He was clearly ready to help Trinidad and Tobago. And he started to do it very well.
Yes. I think media plays such an important role in shaping the landscape of a country. Him being able to share the culture and the arts with all of us in the comforts of our homes, and us being able to get information that we wouldn't necessarily get. I mean, they had shows with doctors on, they had shows with lawyers on, and people could have called in and people could have asked questions. And so he bridged that gap with just, you know, news just being news. He allowed people to be able to call, and that was something so different. People were able to get information sitting in the comforts of their homes, and they were able to interact with the television personalities and stuff like that. And I think that was so amazing about what he did. He had so many shows that he did. It was a complete, I believe WINTV was total local, which no other television station locally has really been able to capture that. And that says a lot about him and his vision.
You're very right, Kimberly, and that is exactly what I was trying to say, but you said it much better than I could have said it. And he was able to reset
Yes.
I keep using that word because I think that's what his life is all about. And I think he was able to be interactive.
Yeah.
He brought new methods.
Yes.
Experts will talk about what he did in a short period at WINTV and in the communication field. But I'm talking as someone who just observed rather than an expert. And I think you're right that this is exactly what his objective was.
Yes. So before we wrap up, anything you want to share with us about Mr. Mohan Jaikaran and, losing that dear friend of yours, that person that would have been there in terms of, the politics and that part of your career? Anything you want to share?
Well, I think it's important for us in our country to acknowledge those who have contributed and who have added value to the upliftment of society. So I commend the family and yourself for taking this initiative to keep his memory alive so that others will be able to see what a Trinidad and Tobago citizen was able to achieve in his period of life. But I think we should do that too for others. I think we have just lost another patriot and national in the name of Reginald Dumas this week. And I think we should try and develop a heritage of people who have contributed.
Yes, certainly.
I think it is proper for the country to look at what they have achieved rather than to always talk about what they have not been able to achieve.
Yeah.
And I think one way to do that is to talk about people like, there are many.
Yes.
I could talk about them, but today we're talking about Mohan Jaikaran. But there are many, and I think your program will do well to be able to bring others to the forefront, so that we will see that we are a small country, but we have achieved a lot and our people have done a lot.
Yes.
And in that sense, I think Mohan Jaikaran could be a trailblazer in a new series of trying to look at the contribution of people in whatever areas they have been. One of the things we tend to do, we tend to forget people soon after they passed on.
Yeah.
And I think that is not part of the tradition that will build a solid future. So this is a good initiative. And I commend the family or whoever and the group that has decided to keep this going. It's kind of resetting a new framework for building pride in our nation.
Oh, certainly. Well, Mr. Dukaran, it was lovely chatting with you. I've learned a lot about Mr. Mohan Jaikaran through what you've shared, and I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us.
Thank you very much.
Nestled just off the tranquil shores of the Gulf of Paria, amidst the coastal landscape of Waterloo, Trinidad, lies a symbol of unwavering faith and resilience known as the Temple in the Sea. This architectural marvel stands as a poignant tribute to the indomitable spirit of Sirudas Sadhu, a man whose journey from humble beginnings in India to the shores of Trinidad epitomizes the enduring legacy of devotion and determination. Born on the auspicious day of January 1st, 1903, in the heart of India, Sirudas Sadhu embarked on a transformative voyage across oceans guided by the promise of a new life in a distant land. Alongside his parents, Sadhu ventured to Trinidad as part of the wave of indentured laborers drawn by the allure of opportunity amid the sugarcane fields of Brickfield, Trinidad, where they toiled under the sun on the vast Waterloo estates. Upon the completion of his indentureship, Sirudas Sadhu found himself driven by a profound sense of purpose, a desire to create a sanctuary for his fellow Hindus, reminiscent of the sacred temples that adorn the landscapes of his homeland. With unwavering determination, he envisioned a place of worship nestled near the tranquil embrace of the water, where devotees could find solace and spiritual connection. Sadhu's quest for a sacred space was not without its challenges. His initial attempt to establish a temple on land near the sea in Waterloo was met with adversity, as clashes with landowners, including the Tate and Lyle Sugarcane Company, led to the destruction of his fledgling sanctuary. Undeterred by setbacks, Sadhu turned to the sea itself, embarking on a bold endeavor to construct a temple that would stand resilient against the tides of time. As the waves of the sea lapped against its shores, the temple in the sea emerged as a beacon of hope and perseverance, a testament to Sadhu's unwavering resolve and ingenuity. Yet, even in the face of adversity, Sadhu's vision endured, transcending the boundaries of time and space to inspire future generations. Tragically, following Sadhu's passing, the temple fell into a state of neglect, its once hallowed halls fading into obscurity as the relentless sea reclaimed its territory. However, in 1994, a collective decision was made to breathe new life into Sadhu's legacy, igniting a movement to transform the temple to its former glory. With meticulous care and reverence, artisans and devotees alike embarked on a journey of restoration, laboring tirelessly to resurrect the temple in the sea from the depths of history. Finally, in 1995, their efforts culminated in the triumphant re-emergence of the temple, now consecrated as the Sivdas Sadhu Shiva Mandir, a beacon of spiritual devotion and cultural heritage. Today, the temple in the sea stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of Sivdas Sadhu, inviting devotees and visitors alike to embark on a pilgrimage of the heart. Accessible via a pedestrian walkway from the mainland, this sacred sanctuary offers not only a breathtaking panoramic view of the ocean, but also a profound glimpse into the timeless spirit of devotion and resilience that continues to shape the fabric of Trinbagonian culture and heritage. We hope that the lives of these two legends inspires you to be great and do great things in your life. Happy birthday to Mr. Mohan Jaikaran. May he rest in peace.